what I'd like to do now is introduce you to Udo B from Berlin. So tell me, Udo, tell me about what you're experiencing in making NA attractive to the LGBTQ community in Berlin. What sort of things are you seeing there that are things that we can build on in other parts of the world?
Okay, thank you, Louis. First, I need to say, you know, this is an amazing project, and thank you all guys for setting up this meeting and starting this process. You know, I mean, I really appreciate this. I have a lot of sponsors. Some of them, they might attend, I'm not sure. But it's a big topic here as well. So I really appreciate that you're starting this process. Well, in Berlin, we had several, I wouldn't say projects, but several ways to be better, to attract especially young guys, you know, to NA in general, but also in LGBT meetings, you know. I would say we have one LGBT meeting in Berlin, but it's not very crowded. Let's keep it like this, you know. Many young guys, I mean, we have a big, let's say it like this, we have a big English-speaking community. Most gay men coming from outside Germany, because Berlin was it's very popular to move over here, you know. So we have much more gay guys who speak English, come from other countries, living in Berlin. We have 8, 9 English-speaking meetings at the moment. That's where most of them are going. But we have a big issue to attract German-speaking LGBT members, especially the younger generation, to attend NA and to attend our German LGBT meeting. So that was a big issue. So we were thinking about what's going on, you know, and what we find out that just copying an LGBT meeting as a regular meeting doesn't really work. You know, I mean, I mean, then it becomes a regular meeting, so you can talk about things anyway, you know. So for us, what we find out, it's very important for us to come up with topics in these meetings where people might feel more safe to talk at LGBT meetings. You know?
Interesting.
Go
ahead.
Yes, because otherwise, I mean, you have to encourage people that this is a place where you can do it. They can do it anyway, but this is a place where you're not the only one in the room, and you can identify with people. You can share your experience based on, you know, where you come from, you know, what your sexual orientation is, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so what opportunities do you think we have in your neck of the woods to better attract members from our community?
Well, I would say one thing what we did a flyer for our LGBT meeting, our own flyer, you know, where we put some topics on. And it was weird because people are asking, is this allowed that a meeting has its own flyer, you know? So we don't do PR in a way, but we let people know, you know, that this meeting exists, and we use this kind of postcards and send it to LGBT associations, you know, LGBT events, so that people, you know, get to know that there is a certain meeting like this in our fellowship.
Okay.
So that was one thing. Another thing, I mean, we just have 5 minutes, I guess, you know, I don't want to talk too long. Okay. But there was one thing which was a huge development here. We have quite some people who have issues with their, let's say, sex lifestyle, you know, especially the younger gay guys. We have quite some sex workers in this meeting, you know. So the question was, how can we, so we opened a meeting for sex workers, which was pretty much, I mean, people like this idea. You know, we're still not sure how to deal with the format. Even the label sex worker, we might not sure if this is really what we keep going on. But members really feeling safe to talk about the issues. And there are, you know, all kinds of different issues shaped by their lifestyle, especially by their sexuality. you know,
Mhm.
by their also orientation. And it's not just sex workers, it's former sex workers. We have primarily, I would say, it's LGBT attending this meeting because they feel more free to talk about their issues. And it doesn't mean we talk about sex all the time. You know, that's what, I mean, people make jokes about it. It's not like this, but about how to keep your lifestyle, which not might be a lifestyle for everybody, and stay clean and don't harm yourself. You know, and I tell you, this is very funny sometimes. It's a really nice meeting. And we would like to keep it. We have some difficulties with anonymity, so we have to invite people to come, you know.
Okay.
But we're going online now. And so we have a hybrid meeting. And by going online, we could sense how much people appreciate this kind of meeting, you know.
Okay. So that really is an opportunity, a potential audience that we could target, sex workers and former sex workers and others that might also have lots of LGBTQ people in it. Very interesting. So thanks, Udo.